like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with. Make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed with her done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent is busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Just make it go away. Can't take another day. Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Welcome to Team Genius Academy, where we show you tips and tricks on how to use some really cool tools on your social media platforms for the business that you're trying to promote, whether it's through your personal profile or your business page. We've got some things to show you that's going to change the game for you, and I can't wait for you to see what we have. In addition, with our team, we teach you different things to do that even the creator doesn't show you with these cool tools. And we got a deal for you that you're going to love. So wait to the end and you're going to see how all of this works. Each time we come live, we're going to show you a different tool. We're going to show you probably about 5 tools that really change the game. I think they're the most important tools. And we're going to show you some things that we do with them and how you can use them for your business too. So I want to introduce you to my friend Anne-Marie here. Anne-Marie was my very first prospect that wanted to try what I was doing. I wasn't even ready to show it to her, but she just wanted to see what it was about. And I said, okay, I'll let you in on my secret. And what did you think when you saw it, Anne-Marie?
Well, when I first saw it, I'm going, oh my God, what am I getting myself into again? But at the same time, what I was doing before was not working for me.
Right.
For the last 4 years, I've been trying to earn money online, trying to do this, do courses, do training, never works. doesn't mean it doesn't work for everybody. This did not work for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Some people just don't get it, whatever, whatever. That said, Donna said, I'm doing something I want to look at. And Donna was like really being sneaky about it, like she didn't want to tell me. I could just really pushed me to want more information. So I said, okay, let me look at it. So I did take up take up the offer. At that time it was free, so like I had nothing to lose. And then I started doing it, like, okay, this is interesting. And it's like, oh wow, this is the first like 24 hours. I noticed how many more people I had on my page, how many more interactions I was getting on my page. And it was like so easy. And I'm going, okay, this is good. But as Donna knows, she was trying to teach me how to use the tools. And certain tools, I had a hard time to get it. Because
Yeah.
I just could not understand what she was doing. But now I can do it with my eyes closed. And because since 8 months that we're doing this give and take, I've grown a team, I'm earning money, and I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And I never expected that.
No. And
And
tell
all because
so
of
many
other,
people, like before I even started this, as confident as I am, I was so afraid to talk to people. And
yeah,
this changed the game for me.
for me, like when I first started this online journey, doing the goal line was scary. So I started doing one, two, and I really got good at goal lines. But I would never do a Zoom with somebody and talk one on one with them. I would never do that because I didn't have enough confidence or believe the fact that they would understand me or I'd be able to teach them right.
Right.
That said, she kind of pushed me out the door, like gave me that little push. And my first prospect, my first client was somebody I never met in my life. He was from another country and he actually understood me. And I did the whole training with him in like 1 hour. And
Wow.
he was like, oh my God, I love this.
But the whole training, that that's more than just one tool, right?
Yeah, like what I did was I showed him how to put the labels, do everything all in one, and just to get going,
Just how many tools? How many tools did you show them?
I showed him the one, two, at that time it was only three that kind that we really worked at.
Okay, so you in 1 hour you helped, not showed him, but you set him up with 3 tools working for him for his business.
Yeah, and
In 1 hour.
he got it hooked up, and less than an hour later, was already getting leads.
And let me ask you this. After you did the setup with him, you spent the hour with him, was he able to use the tools by himself without your help?
Yeah, the only time he asked me because he kind of forgot, like I did, about how to do the broadcast, like the name of it. I went back on the Zoom. He goes, "Oh yeah, you already showed me that." And he goes, "What I like about the way you did it," he goes, "You make it fun, you make it funny, you make it exciting, and you make it like a joke." So he was able to get it.
Yeah.
And after I got off the Zoom with him, I had this new insight in myself that I can teach people.
Yes. And why did you always feel like you struggled with that problem?
Because of,
Our watchers don't know your condition.
okay, because I was born with cerebral palsy. Growing up, I never talked till I was about 5. Never walked till I was 5. People always judged me for who I was on the outside, the way I talked, the way I walk, and all that stuff. but I knew inside I had more to give. But
Yeah,
nobody let me show me, nobody allowed me to be who I was. They
right.
never trusted me to be better than what I could be. So that kind of brings you down
Hmm.
over like 40 years or whatever. Like, oh my God, why bother? They're not going to listen to you anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
know what I mean?
now that has changed for you.
Now this has changed to the point where I have people on the team saying, "You're an angel, you're this, you're inspiration." That it's not what I want to hear, but it has helped me believe in the fact that I know I can help somebody.
You know you can help people exactly, and that's what it's all about. When you know you can help somebody and see how happy you made them, or how grateful they are for you showing them what you have, that's what it's all about. That's what
Yes,
it, that's what making Facebook
I
crazy is
have,
all about.
I have one girl, an older lady, and she was a retired nurse, and she got scanned by something else. And I took her in because I felt bad for her. No, but I knew that she had no clue about computers.
Yeah,
I spent like an hour every day with her just to help her do this.
you're
When she
awesome. You're awesome. Not a lot of people will do that. Not a
when
lot of
she
people will
started
spend
when
that much
she
time
started with me,
with
she
others.
had 300 people on the page. When she finished with me, she has over 1,400 people in less than a month.
Wow. Emery, you're awesome. You're awesome. That's
I mean,
fantastic.
it was just to see her excitement, the fact that she had 1,400 people
Yeah.
on her
I
page.
remember when my son first saw how many friends I had, he was like, "What, Ma? How do you have so many friends?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting rid of a lot of them."
Yeah, I mean, we both are very picky who we have on our page, and
Yeah.
we do. I mean, I don't know about you, but I do get rid of at least 200 people a week.
Yeah, because they have to be in your audience. Listen, I don't need a number. I don't need a friend just to be a number. They have to be part of my circle, whether they're giving to me or receiving from me. Has to be some type of a beneficial friendship.
If
It
they
doesn't
don't,
have to always go both ways, but it's nice when it does. And otherwise, why are we friends?
you know, another thing I say, if you don't want to give me 2 minutes of your time to explain, I asked you what you do. I tried to learn what your business is. I tried to see where you're having trouble. If you cannot give me your 2 minutes to show, let me show you what I have, then we don't have nothing to talk about.
Right.
I mean,
So we're going to show you some really cool tools. You're going to love them. I guarantee if you take the 30-day trial, you're going to change the game and want to show them to a whole lot of other people too. So stay tuned. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to bring you a new tool to see what you could be doing in your business and having more time freed up to do the important things like this.
Donna goes away to go see her grandkids, or I spend the time in the pool, or enjoying our life and having fun.
And that's what we do. Just keep having fun. Anne Marie works from her pool all summer. Watch the video. Bye.
Hi guys. I have access.
Have access, right?
So, well, Donna, let's tell me what is the one thing you love about the connector?
Oh my God. You know, when I first found the connector, I first loved it for what it was intended to do, which is what people are already doing every day. It just does it automatically. That was the first thing I loved about it, is that it just was doing for you automatically what you're already doing without getting you in trouble with Facebook.
And
Okay.
do you has it helped your page a lot?
Tremendously. But the one thing now, we've learned so many other things to do with it, like, and those secrets we give to our teams. So,
But we cannot
but
tell
it's
you what
amazing.
they are. We can't tell you what they are right now. If you want to learn more about them, you have to join our team and try it for $30 at 30 days for 40 days. No.
Right? But most people, what I love is when people see it work, they get that aha moment, and they're like, "Oh,
What's
okay,
this?
now I
What's
see what's happening
that?
here."
This is has been a game changer for so many people. When you have people saying, "Oh my God, I've been doing this for years the old way," there's no more going into groups, no more wasting hours of doing something that you can just do by one push of a button.
Yep, I just one push of a button. It's silly. It's silly how easy it is. And then
I
you walk
mean,
away. You go food shopping, you go clothes shopping, you go do whatever it is you need to do, take the dog to the vet, whatever you got to do, you go and do it and you just let it work by itself.
and the best part is it works.
And yeah, you get results. You get results. Yeah.
You get results.
And you get the right friends. The right friends, not just anyone. You get the right ones because you target, and we teach you how to target properly.
And
So
if you want to be part of this amazing tool or amazing team, let's do this. We got
I
this.
I can't wait for you to check it out, guys. Next video is going to show you how it works.
Okay, in this video we're going to do a walkthrough of Genius Connector where you can intelligently target friend requests. So let me show you a couple of things about it. This is the icon up here with the two people connecting. It's Genius Connector. If you're not on a page that it's going to do what it needs to do, it will ask if you want to delete all pending friend requests. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I do recommend that you do that occasionally. Facebook doesn't like to see a whole bunch of unanswered friend requests. It thinks you're friending people you don't know, which of course you are. So it's a good idea to delete those occasionally. I'll do a video on best practices at some point here, but about once a week I would go through and delete any pending requests that are more than a day or two old, and you can do that by just taking a break for a day and then delete them. So where you can use Friend Connector is either on Friends of Friends or on Members of Groups. So let's go to a group first. I'll just pick Karcher just because it's a big group. And we'll go in here, and you want to go to Members. And I usually recommend you scroll down to the bottom. It'll stop and then let it reload. Stop, reload, stop, reload. I would do that a little bit here. Okay, and you'll see you've got a lot of people where you can add friends. And for Genius Connector here, what you're going to do, there are lookup intervals that you can do. And I recommend long times. You don't want Facebook thinking you're just spamming people. I do 10 minutes, I do 15 minutes, and I just let this thing run in the background for a long time. For this video, I'm going to do 15 to 18 seconds because I just want to get a few of them shown to you quickly. But if you're going to do 30 seconds, a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, do that if you're only going to run this for 20 minutes or 15, 20 minutes, half hour, and then you're going to turn it off. But I always do 10 or 15 minutes and let it run deep in the background. You can limit your requests. You could say, hey, I'm going to do these every 3 minutes, but I'm only going to do 15 requests. You could do that. I'm going to run it on infinite because I just want to stop it. You can resume from the last search if you're on a page and you know where you were. Maybe you were 100 people down. You could type yes and type which search member's position you want to start with. I'm not going to do that right now. And you can type keywords. So if we look at this, I'm in Kartra. Maybe I only want to deal with business owners. Where this is coming from are these here. Like this person just has Arizona State University. This doesn't have anything. There's a word that I might want to target. Founder. Owner. That's one I might want to do. Coach. Maybe coaches are my target market. Owner. Maybe I'm going to target realtors. I could just do those. Sales manager. Those would be the kind of keywords I would put in for a search. So I could do I could do owner, founder, manager. I'm going to leave the keywords out, but if you do want to type them in, you just type it and then hit a comma, and it'll add those keywords in. And then if you want to delete them, just click the little X there, and it'll get rid of the keywords. And then message groups. I'm not going to show message groups right now. I'm going to show them shortly. I just want to show the basics of this first. So we've scrolled down a few times. Let's do one more, and we're going to hit run. And when you hit run, you'll see all of these are numbered. If for any reason it doesn't number them, just refresh or log out of the extension and back in again, and you should be good to go. And you can see here, let me click out of there, it's adding this friend. It's asking her, she's an admin. Okay, I'll probably delete that request. And it's going down to the next one and adding C1 group member request sent. And it just goes down your list, and if you have keywords, it goes down there. Now I'm gonna stop the run. I don't need to do any more. That gives you the idea. And you let it run in the background, and it'll just simply go down there. Now if you're already friends, it'll skip them, or if you have keywords in there and they don't have your keyword, it'll wait. And keep in mind too, if you're doing the timing, let's say 10 minutes, it might not be exactly 10 minutes. There's a random factor in there, maybe like 30 seconds. So it might be 9 minutes and 30 seconds, and then it'll wait 10 minutes and 10 seconds. There is a little bit of a random factor in there. So that's basically how it works. You can also do it on friends. Let's just go to one of my friends. We'll just scroll down, and I don't know if we can do a person. That's just a group. Here's a person. That's a sponsored post. Well, that's in a group too. Let me just find out. I get a friends post. There we go. Okay, so we can take John. We can go to his friends. Okay, and they're all of his friends. Okay, now some of them are going to be mutual, right? So I want to probably go down. Although John and I probably have a lot of friends. I don't see any. There's no add friend here. So John may have, there are settings where you can't do this with everyone. Let's pick another friend. Let's find, let's do Renee. Go to her friends. Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. Oh, those are only mutual. Okay, so I definitely can't do that on hers. Let's do Eleanor. Go to friends. There we go. We've got some here, so we can see all friends here. Let's go down until they're. There we go. See, now I'm down below the ones that are already friends. See where it says add friend? So now I can go in and do the same thing. I can do the run. Please input a valid number. I have to click infinite. See, I had limited. Let's do infinite, and we'll just run and see it's starting, and I can scroll up and see where it's adding. It's adding this Christopher Darrell. I'm going to stop that. So that's another place you can do it. It's not going to be available on all friends, just like not all groups will have that available. Just scroll down until you get friends that aren't mutual. And if you see add friend, you're going to be able to do it. So the next thing I want to show you, let's go back to the home. I want to get rid of that admin in Karcher. I don't need to be friending her. I'm going to just delete that friend request. Say Barney Hargrove was there, request canceled. Okay. And I'll close that window out. Now, excuse me. Let's show you these keywords. Okay. So are these message groups. You can send a message out to people when you send your friend request out. You can message them and say, hey, we have a lot of things in common, glad to connect, that kind of thing. So what you do, you want to create segments, and then you'll put those segments into groups. So where I am, let me show you where I went. It's this little, they call it a hamburger menu up here. It's these 9 dots. And you just click that, and we'll hit message segments, and you'll hit add to create a new segment and give it a title. I'll call this the intro segment. And then you want to say things that are similar but different, because you don't want Facebook seeing you send the exact same message over and over and over again. Eventually they'll flag it as spam. So you could say hi, and I'll put a space after that, okay? Because these will become sentences. So make sure you add your spaces, and I'll hit add. Let's create another message. We just click that, and let's put greetings, exclamation mark. Click add, create another message. I'll do hello, comma, with a space. Add, and you get the idea. You could put a half a dozen of these in there. Let's do one more. We'll do hey there with a space. I think I forgot the space on greetings, so I can hit X, create another message, greetings, space. Okay, you can also do a keyword. If you want their first name in there, you could do hi, and then click where it says first name, and that'll put, I'll do comma space, that will put their first name, whatever their first name is from their Facebook profile, and we'll hit add. And once you've got the segment where you want it, you just hit save. Let's do another segment. So after you say hi, what do you want to say to them? Maybe you'll say something like, I see we have a lot in common, looking to connect with like-minded people, period, space. I'm going to copy that. Whoops, I deleted it. Let's see if I can get it back. There it is. Okay. Copy that, and we'll add that. Create another message. Now I'm going to change it up a little bit. Instead of I see we have a lot in common, I'll put looks like. Looks like we have a lot in common, hoping to connect with like-minded people. Add. Create another message. Let's keep something really similar. Maybe we'll switch these around. Looking to connect with like-minded people, and I see we have a lot in common. Add. You see what I'm doing? It's a similar message, but it's different. It's not going to get caught by Facebook's algorithm that you're sending the same thing over and over again. Save the message segment. Okay, I didn't name that, so let's edit this, and we'll call this opening. Actually, this is in common, right? So we'll call it in common things. And if you're only targeting like one group or one type of group, you could mention that group in here or something like that. Okay, so let's save this. Let's add another segment. Maybe we want to ask them a question because we want to start engaging. Okay, and we don't want it to look like we haven't looked at their profile. I see people asking things like, "So what do you do for a living?" Or what do you do? But we can ask a question to get some engagement. So, how has this year been for you? It's been tough for some and great for others. Period. Space. Okay, and I'll copy that. Just giving you an example of what you can do. This may not be what you want to do, but let's do that. Let's do 2020 been. We'll get rid of for you. I know it's been tough for some and great for others. Add. And you can do a few of these. I'm not going to do any more, but you can do, you want 4, 5, 6, 8 of them, whatever. All right, and let's do one more. Let's close this out. Oops, see, again, I forgot the name. So, how has year been? That way I'll remember what kind of this segment is. Save segment. And then let's close out. Looking forward to hearing from you. Period. Whoops. All right, and we'll add. And maybe this next one, we'll hit create another message. Maybe we'll just do take care, add, create another message, talk soon, something like that. I think you get the idea, okay? And we'll add that. And we'll call this one outro. We did an intro, we'll do an outro. Save message segment. So we have these 4 segments, okay? So now, if we go back, let's go to another group. We'll just go back in Kartra because we just want to see an example of how these work, and we'll hit members. I'm not going to actually do a run here again, but we're here. And again, I always like to scroll down to the bottom and make it reload a couple of times. It seems to work better when you do that. Now we'll hit this. Now as we're going through here, you can, oops, I didn't create a group. See? So I need to show you one more thing. Those were messages, but now you create groups out of them, and we'll add a group. And we'll call this, I'll just call it group, or maybe this is for Kartra people. Okay, Kartra people. That's our group. Now what you do is you build a set based on the segments that we had. So insert a message segment. Okay, we want to start with our intro, which is hi. I could insert a space manually. I could do static text and put a space here. Okay, but I already put spaces in the, oops. I'll get rid of that space. I already put spaces in the sentences. Insert another message segment. The next thing is things we have in common. Insert another message segment. Then I want to ask a question. Then insert another message segment, and we'll do the outro. So we're building a sentence here based on the segments. It'll take one of the intro statements we wrote. It'll take one of the in common things, one of the how has your year been, and one of the outro. So we're really randomizing all of the text, and we can hit add. And then we can build as many of these message sets as we want. Maybe we'll do another one we did put names in them, so I don't want to do that. But if you didn't put a name, you could do a keyword, right? So you could, these are your keywords. You could put in, John or whatever their first name is going to come in there. Okay. I'm not going to do that, but that's what we have. So let's hit, let's save this message group. Okay. There's our Kartra people, and you can build as many groups as you want. Now we'll come back here and we'll hit this. Now if we hit message groups, we can choose which group we want. And this one is going to be the Kartra people. I misspelled that, but that's fine. And now when I hit run and it sends the message, it's going to put out the friend request, and it's also going to send that message out. And so they'll see the message and see what you want, and that you're probably a legit person because you're asking them a question and you're reaching out to them. So that is how Genius Connector runs.
It needs a little kickstart.